Now, we have already created the classroom for Google Classroom for network theory. Okay, and it comes with the code 18EC32. Okay, so we have created this classroom in Google Classroom software. Okay, I hope you all would use the code. The code also have shared in your WhatsApp group. Using that code, you'll be joining the Google Classroom maybe after this class. Okay, uh, there are some messages in chat. Why you are giving present? Wait for a moment. Wait for a moment. I'll ask you for that. Okay. Don't give your attendance now itself. Just a sec. Just a sec. Yeah. Now, what you can see is, see, I'll just show you this. See, this is the code that you need to be using for joining this particular class. Okay, network theory class in Google Classroom. Fine. The platform that I'm using now to deliver my classes is Zoom software. Okay, there's some people who are using Google Meet. Okay, and there's some people who are using Zoom. Fine, so I'm comfortable with Zoom, so I'm going with this. Fine. So before the class, I just wanted to share there's something called as program outcomes and program specific outcomes. Okay, and these outcomes are something that we all should strive to attain. What is that? There are how many such program outcomes? There are 12 such program outcomes. Fine. It is always necessary to understand these outcomes of the program. What it indicates is by the time you come out of this engineering, okay, so can you apply the engineering knowledge that you have learned? Can you do problem analysis? Can you design circuits on your own? Can we conduct investigations of complex problems? Because there are some problems which we cannot understand ourselves. So we need to sit in a group, we have to discuss, then we have to investigate problem deep into, then we can find some solutions. Okay, that's program outcome 4. Fine. And program outcome 5 is modern tool, usage of modern tool. Then what you can do if you have to do something to the society being an engineer. Okay, how we can contribute to environment and sustainability, how can we be ethical. Okay, so how can we be a team player, and how can we a person who can learn individual and teamwork. How can we, is there any possibility of improving our communication skills by doing this. Okay, can we do a project, will this particular subject help for lifelong learning. Okay, there are some such outcomes which we have listed. Okay, now what should be the goal is by the time you come out of the engineering. Yeah, and there seems to be some problem with the network. Should not be a problem. Let's continue. Okay, so by the end of your engineering, what is important is learning all this. You have to have all these abilities with you by the time you come out of your engineering. But the problem that we generally face is not every subject you study can attain all this. Understand that? Listen to me very carefully. This is something that everybody should possess by the time you come out of your engineering degree. But the problem is not every engineering course means here the subject, okay, would be giving you all these characteristics, we can say, okay, or the skills, we can say. Fine. So what we can do, What we can do in network theory, for example, we can apply the engineering knowledge. What engineering knowledge we can apply? We know the maths, we can apply that maths. Okay, some knowledge of mathematics can be applied, knowledge of science can be, that can be done here in this subject. We can analyze problems possible. We can design some solutions possible. Conducting complex problems, investigation of complex problems, no, not for you people as of now. When you get into final year, yes, this can be thought of, this PO4. So program outcome 4, where we conduct the investigations of complex problems, would come. But here in network theory, this is not possible. But there are 12 outcomes, among which in network analysis and network theory, we're just able to attain these outcomes. Okay, which is not good. What they say is, in a subject we should try to cover maximum number of outcomes. Okay, maybe there are people who attended basic electronics class where I was teaching. Maybe that is H section. Okay, so there in H section, if you remember, I had given you an assignment wherein you will have to you had presented a video. Okay, you had prepared on your own about 2 topics, and you had given the presentation, video presentation, by recording the videos and uploading it into Google Classroom. Okay, so there we came across this communication, okay, and this individual and teamwork. So PO9 and PO10 is what we had ticked in basic electronics. Now, everybody will not be knowing that. Those who were there in only H section would be able to understand this. Individual and teamwork and communication, these two were something that we attained there, outcomes. But here, what we are trying to attain is this PO5, usage of modern tool. Understand, usage of modern tool is not there in your syllabus. Get that point? In network theory, usage of modern tool is not there as a part of the syllabus. But here, to attain something that is out of the syllabus, we will be doing something in this regard. PO5, modern tool usage. Till now, in network theory, we were just solving the problems and we were happy with the results that we get. Okay, but this time we will also be giving a try to use a modern tool by name Multisim. That's a simulator. Okay, what is simulator you will understand. Okay, simulator is a tool, software tool, which will allow you to test your design. Okay, now what we are trying in this particular direction is, using that Multisim tool, we will be simulating the circuits, not all the circuits. I'll give you some circuits which are simple to do on paper, and whatever results you get on paper should be checked in your computer. So for that, we'll be using a modern tool. So this is something that you'll be doing out of the syllabus. And how you will be benefited, you're learning an extra tool. If you're not learning in depth, but at least you're getting to know the tool. Okay, so that is one thing that we are trying to do. Okay, so that is regarding the program outcomes. Fine. Program specific outcomes. What are program specific outcomes? There are 2 program specific outcomes which we in the department have to define. Okay, one is the analog, digital and embedded systems. This is one category. Another category is wireless, analog and digital communication. This is systems. The second PSO is communication. It could be analog communication or digital communication in vague sense. So if you are dealing with the communication part, then PSO2 is attained. Okay, if you are dealing with the systems, then PSO1 is attained. Okay, now which among these 2 we are attaining, or both we are attaining, is something that we have to understand. So that we shall understand in CO-PO mapping. So before giving to what is CO, CO is course outcomes, PO is program outcomes. Course means electronics and communication. Program means Bachelor of Engineering. Okay, so we have some objectives to be attained here. So will we be able to do that in this particular subject is something that we need to think of. So let's understand the program outcomes here. Okay, now see here, the first to map this, we have some outcomes. What is that? Apply suitable techniques and theorems to compute currents and voltages in electrical networks. Understand this. Throughout this particular course, that is network theory, you will be calculating currents and voltages. Understand that? So finding currents and voltages using different techniques, different theorems is what is your network theory is. So that is what is our first course. So by the end of this course, you will be able to use or apply the techniques or the theorems to find currents and voltages. This is application. There is another application, Laplace transform. Okay, so there is Laplace transform. So using this Laplace transform, you can compute the network parameters. So these are application of knowledge. This is analysis, where we are analyzing the networks in transient conditions. Analyzing networks in transient conditions means, what is a transient condition? Transient condition means, okay, suppose there is a switch, electronic switch, which I'll close at t equal to 0. Okay, what would be the output at t equal to 0 plus? What was the output at t equal to 0 minus? T equal to 0 minus means is the output before the switch closure. T equal to 0 plus means is the output after the switch is just closed. Okay, you'll be studying about all this. I'm just trying to give the introduction in a vague sense. Okay, design the resonance circuits and two-port networks using related parameters. So these are the 5. See the 5th outcome here. Simulate the electrical networks using multi-sim software to verify the solutions to networks. Here we'll be obtaining the solutions to networks using different techniques. Okay, and in the 5th CO, we are using the multi-sim software. Understand that? So here is how our COPO mapping looks like. Okay, let me just tell you what are these numbers 3, 2 and all this. Fine. 3 means we are very strongly achieving this. 2 means moderately achieving this. Okay, or 1 means it is poorly mapped. Okay, this is mapping. Fine. What was PO1? It's application of engineering knowledge. What is our CO? What is our first CO? Okay, so that we have to remember. Okay, the first CO applies to the PO1, second CO applies to PO3. See, CO1 and CO2 are applied to the program outcome zone as it is application of engineering knowledge. COT is not only applicable to PO1, but it is also mapped to PO2. Okay, and in PO2 there are 2 course outcomes mapped. Okay, so CO2 and CO3 are mapped to PO2 as it deals with analysis of networks with suitable network theorems and transient analysis. Fine. So here we are trying to map as many POs as possible. But even then we have failed to map these because we have not planned it that way. We have not planned it that way. Okay. We have other than from your syllabus, this can be mapped. Coming out of your syllabus, your CO5, that multi-sim stuff. So that can be mapped using a modern tool. Okay, so this is what we'll be trying beyond the syllabus. Fine. Both PSO1, PSO2 are mapped because PSO1 is embedded systems. I said PSO2 is regarding the communication. In communication, you have to have signals, and signals could be your current and voltage. That's why this also is mapped. PSO1 is anyways for the systems. Okay, system analysis is also using the electrical techniques only. Okay, analyzing techniques. So these two are modulating map. Now I very well understand that you will not be having much idea regarding whatever I have talked till now. That's fair. That's fair also. Okay, that's because not many of you are aware of all these things now. What we are practicing is outcome based education. In outcome based education, okay, we are very clearly instructed that by the time the students come out of the college, they need to possess all these qualities which I had shown earlier. Program outcome 1, program outcome 12. through engineering, if you are able to do all this, see, all these are not possible through network theory. Through other subjects, this should be possible. If through subjects, if by reading the subjects it's not possible, means we have to conduct such activities which can, using which I can map these. Okay. Now, with that, I think I can introduce you to the syllabus. All this information is there in your Google Classroom. I already have uploaded. So using the code, you can just join the class and go through all this. There is a slight change we have made in the coverage of the syllabus. Okay, there are 5 modules. Fine. Now, the first 3 modules, what you see here, they need the very good knowledge of the Kirchhoff's voltage laws, Kirchhoff current laws, the theorems and all that. Okay, which I thought is very challenging to teach online. So what we planned is, till the classes go online, okay, till then in online we will be covering this resonance part. Everybody see this resonance? See here, module 5 resonance is there, series resonance, parallel resonance. So series resonance and parallel resonance is what we are taking online. As we are told, this September month we'll be doing the online classes. Okay, and in October we may meet you students in college for physical classes. Understand that? Hoping that happens, we have taken resonance for online, and soon after your classes start, maybe we'll start with the KVLs and KCLs and with the deep analysis of circuits. Understand that? Okay. Now, with this, as I've told you, let me go with the resonance chapter. In resonance, what is that we are studying? Okay, I've got the lesson plan also. I'll just show you that. See here, topics which I'll be covering to begin with is the resonance chapter. Okay, this is what we'll be covering. Fine. Today, what I've covered is I've introduced you to what is CO-PIVO, what is CO-PIVO mapping, syllabus. Okay, and I'll be giving you a small introduction regarding the resonance. Okay, as the beginning of your syllabus. Fine. So that I'll do soon after this. So this is what we do. So this is what we'll be covering in the first place. That's module 5. And module 5 is not only regarding this. Module 5, it also has another chapter. Module 5 is 2 chapters together, 2 topics together. One is 2-port network, one is resonance. So 2-port network and resonance would constitute the module 5. Okay, just one part of module 5 we are going to cover now, because this particular resonance chapter is all about derivation of equations and problem solving using those equations. So it is going to be comparatively easy to do this chapter online. So we thought we'll take this chapter on. And it is not only your electronics B section is doing this. Okay. So there is network theory for telecommunication students also. There is network theory for electrical students also. So electrical, electronics and communication. For all the students, resonance is what we are starting as the first chapter in our online classes. Okay. So now let's begin with the introduction part. Let's have another screen share. Okay. I don't know how many of you knew that there is something called OneNote. OneNote in your Microsoft Office software. We know Word. Everybody knows. I'll just show you what I'm talking about, because uh, I want you people to be aware of this. Okay, you know what is Microsoft Office Word? Okay, MS Word. Word is something that you know. Then Microsoft Office PowerPoint, PPT is something you know. Then this Microsoft Office Excel, you know. Okay, so this is what we have. This is another document which is there under Microsoft. Okay, so this is OneNote. Using OneNote, I can write things using the pen and something called as electronic tab. Okay, you know all tabs, right? We know smartphones, and above that we have got tabs. What for the tabs are used? Again, on the lighter note, we use that for movie watching most of the times, because it comes with a bigger screen. Okay, so jokes apart, we can use it for internet, we can use this for classes. Yes. Okay, I'm using another tool here. It's a hardware tool, not software tool, I mean. Okay, I'm using a XP pen. Okay, using which I can write on screen. I have a tablet and an electronic pen using which I can write on the document here, what you're seeing. Fine. So here we have the syllabus. Fine. Planning, what we have planned. We have planned the resonance chapter. We'll begin with the resonance chapter. Okay. In resonance, along with resonance, there is another chapter called two-port network in module 5. That will take at the end, but as of now, we are going with the resonance. Okay, that is what, starting with module 5, resonance. This chapter contains derivations and problems which can be dealt comfortably online. When the physical classes start, we will take up module 1. Understand? So we have only 10 minutes left now. Not a problem. Okay, I'll give you a small introduction regarding the resonance. Okay, so before that, those who have given the attendance, it's fine. Those who have not given the attendance, please give your attendance now, because the attendance that you're giving in chat by writing present or P, okay, would be fed to a software which will give us attendance, who have attended, who have not attended. Okay, so you can give your attendance enough. Fine. So let's begin this introduction for resonance. Fine. I still am not very good with writing with this pen, electronic pen. Okay, but I think I can manage. So resonance is module 5. Okay, there are two parts in that. In that, part 1 is your resonance. Module 5, part 1. Okay, what are resonating circuits? Let's understand what are resonating circuits. What are resonating circuits? Understand this. In any electrical network, the networks that we are studying is electrical networks. If you just say network, that will not make sense, because network means there could be a group of computers, group of people. Understand? Social networking, we know, right? Your WhatsApp, your Facebook, your then what is that, Twitter. These are all social networking sites. Okay, then we have computer networks, wherein large number of computers are connected. Okay, to a single point, or they are connected with each other. That's also a network. Fine. Then we have a network of what, the electrical components. Understand that? Now just understand how many types of networks are there. networks. Example is what? Example for networks. Network of people. Network of people. You can say Facebook, WhatsApp, etc. This is first example. The second example is network of computers. In network of computers, what you're connecting computers. That is network of computers. Okay. Then you have network of what? R, L, and C. What is R, L, and C? Here, network of electrical components. They're called as electrical networks. Electrical networks. Understand? So what we are studying here is not this. We're not studying network of people. We're not studying network of computers. Yes, what we are studying is electrical networks. Understand that point. So we are studying electrical networks. What are electrical networks? Electrical networks are networks of electrical components. There could be resistors, there could be inductors, there could be capacitors. Understand? So similarly, if you come to resonant circuit is also a electrical circuit which will have components like resistors, inductors, and capacitors. How does a resistor look like? See, a resistor looks like this, a capacitor looks like this, and an inductor looks like this. Okay, this is resistor, this is capacitor, this is inductor. Fine. So the circuits consisting of these resistors, capacitors, and inductors would form an electrical network. And if you take the resonant circuit, if you take, there are two types. Understand? One is series resonance and another one is parallel resonance. Okay, series resonating circuit and parallel resonating circuits. Both series and parallel resonant circuits are there for your syllabus. Okay, so if you learn one, learning the other is not at all a difficult task. Fine. So what we shall do is we will take series resonance circuit as the first part, and at the same time what I'm writing is not very beautiful in a way, okay, but it is quite understandable. Fine. As the time goes, I'll be good with writing on this pad. Okay, so let's not bother about that. Okay, what I want you is to keep a notebook for this particular subject, and whatever I write here, whatever the problems I'm solving, so you have to keep writing in that notebook, because after every chapter or after 15 days or so we will conduct tests. So when we conduct tests, whatever I write here and whatever you note down in your book would all be of very much help. Okay, because we'll be conducting some quizzes, we'll be conducting some short answer questions, question tests. Okay, so take whatever I'm writing. So we are talking about resonating circuits. Resonating circuit is an electrical circuit consisting of RLC. Okay, there are two types of resonating circuits: series resonance and parallel resonating circuits. Understand that? So as the part of your syllabus, both series resonance and parallel resonance you'll be learning. Fine. How does a series resonating circuit looks like? Series resonant circuit. CKT I'll write for short form of circuit. Okay, hope you will understand that. Series resonant circuit. How does it look like? See, it looks like this. You have an R, you have an L, and you have a C. This is R, this is L, and this is C. And all the components RLC are connected in series. Understand that? So that's why it is called as series resonating circuits. Soon after you connect them in series, you will not become resonating circuits. So what we need to do? We need to connect a supply here. Understand that? We need to connect a supply. Fine. Here in this supply, I write this. What does this mean? Is something that we need to understand now. This is very important. Okay. See here, we have supplies like this, plus minus voltage supply. We have supplies like this. This is also voltage supply. What is the difference between the first one and what is the difference between the second one? That we need to see. Okay, that we shall see in the next class. Okay, anytime this can go, the session will end. We shall stop here and we shall go on with the series resonance circuit and its details. Okay, in depth. Fine. If you have anything to ask, you can put that in the chat now.